Hello. Let's get started. Guys, it's been a crazy week. We had Battletoads and Killer Instinct come out earlier this week on Tuesday. We had the announcement that we were going to get basically a shadow drop of a Zen pinball game called Super Football League, which is an absolutely awesome game. Apparently it's been around for 11 years, and nobody kind of knew about it coming to the 4KP, and it just kind of dropped. And so that was a cool surprise. And then yesterday, we got news that we were still, in fact, going to get Soccer Kings. So there was a lot of speculation of whether or not we'd get Soccer Kings after they announced Super Football League. But here it is. So they both came out during the World Cup of this year, so that's fantastic. So we're going to start with the soccer game. So we're going to start with Soccer Kings Deluxe. I'm just going to play through them, probably play an hour or so, just kind of check them out. Both pretty good games. Very different, though. They're very different games. So it's interesting to see how they're going to stack up and just see how they play. Obviously, one's Magic Pixel, one's Zen. We'll see how it goes. One's pretty high energy. The Soccer Kings Deluxe game is a little high energy. It's got a little upbeat music and kind of stuff like that. Lovely colors, really pretty colors. I think the purple really pops on the 4KP. I really like that a lot. DMD is really good on this one. It's updated, obviously. Really is a nice touch. And you've seen that with a lot of their newer titles. And we found out today, on the Steam side, they're actually updated. They have actually already updated Black Belt Deluxe, Future World, and Earth, Wind, and Fire's DMDs. So with any luck, we'll get those on the Atgames system too. So we'll see. We haven't seen them yet. There's been no announcement for that. But we hope. Sorry guys, I'll be right there. Alright. Okay, so let's get started then. We got Soccer Kings Deluxe. Magic Pixel title. This one came out, it hasn't been out long. Maybe a month. I think it was right at the beginning of the World Cup, I think this one came out. So, pretty cool table. Has a mini play field. So you've got two flippers up here, you got two flippers down here, flipper here, and a flipper here. So you got, a total of 6 flippers. It's still a lot of flippers, but it is what it is. It's certainly not a huge distraction. You don't have any crazy elements here. Everything's super clean and crisp. Even the rails are all super clean. There's a little bit of squaring off here on the rails here a little bit, but it's to be expected. Some really cool stuff here. You got the goal here that kind of represents that if the pinball table is beating you, you're going to get scored against. Med Ben, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. This is kind of impromptu, but I thought soccer and soccer, let's just throw them together. So that's what I did. So here is Soccer Kings Deluxe. Nice little homage to the old versions where it says, we're going to play some real football. Pretty cool touch.
The match is heating up.
I didn't really care so much about this one on Steam, to be honest. I kind of delayed. I'm not a big soccer fan at all. But I love World Cup Soccer 94 on the Zen version. Obviously, the Williams table is fantastic. And for some reason, soccer just seems to work pretty well on pinball games. So here we are again. These two tables are very different. That's one thing that's pretty nice about this. This one's much more pinball table-esque. It's just a really good pinball table. The Zen pinball one really goes a totally different route. That one, you basically play soccer, and it's pretty cool. It's a totally different dynamic. We'll definitely get a chance to check that one out, too. That one takes forever to play, and so I thought I would play it second, and I wanted to be able to explain a little bit more about that one, because there's a little more in-depth to that, whereas this one's just pretty much standard fare pinball. So, some real football. Love kind of the crowd noise. It actually stirs up and stuff when you make good scores. You'll actually hear it kick up and actually kind of react to what you're doing in a way. Pretty easy to get your multipliers in this one, although I checked the rules. It doesn't appear you can get an extra ball for doing it. So it's not going to be like a Future World situation where you're getting extra balls every 5 seconds. So you have to find a different way. Lots of new tables recently. You're not kidding, Rocket Magnet. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Yeah, it's been a good month. I think we were all a little concerned after they kind of canceled everything for a bit there, but yeah, they came back with reckless abandon, and I think we're at what, 7 tables this month now. So hey, it's been a good month. You know, Battletoads Killer Instinct came out. I think those have been pretty well received, quite frankly. They're a lot better than I think people really gave them credit for. So I'm not a huge fan of either one of them, but they're growing on me. Killer Instinct especially. Mad Ben, you made me go back to play that a little bit more, and I started to get into the groove with the combos a little bit. So we'll see. I'm starting to like that table, but Battletoads, I think that's still the better of the two, but it's a struggle too. So this one has some cool elements though. It's got this I mean, soccer ball bumpers is just a given, right? That's a pretty easy one. But it's got this cool element here where you have 3 drop targets and then you have a capture hole. So the ball captures in here and you actually go up to the upper play field. And it has kind of the same thing that you do on the other one. Or a lot of soccer games, they always have like a defenders kind of going back and forth. And you're shooting at a goalie. You just have to shoot into the goal. I think you get 3 million the first time, 5 million the second time, and it just kind of keeps going up. So if you can keep it rolling, that's something that's pretty fun to do. It's not quite as in-depth as Zen's Super Football League, but we'll be able to show that too. Again, pretty cool little music. Little high energy. Oh, come on. Still has those bouncy physics. So, Battletoads and KI take a little time to warm up too. Yeah, I think you're right, man. My initial impression was not that good. I wanted to like Battletoads a lot, and it just didn't really resonate with me all that much. So, but the more you play it, yeah, it does get a little bit easier. You have to kind of acclimate to the physics engine for sure. With any Zen pinball table for that matter, I'm sorry, Magic Pixel tables, you have to kind of acclimate a little bit. The Zen pinball tables are just very easy to get with, unless they have excessive lag. Lag is something you don't hear about on Magic Pixel tables because they're all 4K and they just run exceptionally well. But Zen's still having an issue, and I think probably that they're built in a different engine. So they've converted a couple different times, going from like PS2, PS3 up to PS4 and PS5. They came from Pinball Arcade. They came from a lot of different places. So assets and different things, and code, and so they have a lot more to deal with, especially on the recreations. So it does make you wonder. So whatever the reason, so there's the times 10, and you see I didn't get an extra ball or anything, and I lost the ball anyway. But nice score in Future World. Yeah, there's been some amazing scores, dude. Already on this game, Chaotic's got a really good score too. Pinball Wizard's on there. You know, he'll probably end up in the stream here at some point when he sees him on. Yeah, Future World's a great game though, and Rocket Mag, you were killing it on that, man. We had a couple of games on BT and KI. Initial impression was preferred KI, but both seemed pretty good. Yeah, I think so. Like I said, I'm struggling with it. I got to the point where I was just like, screw it, I'm done. Yesterday, or Tuesday when I was playing them. But I was like, you know, I was having a tough day, so that was the end of that. Oh, straight down the middle on that one. Score won't survive. No, they never do, man. They never do. And especially when people know that they get that free extra ball every ball. Like, it's just That's pretty easy to get an extra ball in there, so they're gonna keep hitting it. So I need to be a little more conservative on this table. There is a way to get a ball save going, and it's these run cut rollovers at the bottom, which is pretty typical. So, but you have to hit the proper rail here. There's a rail or ramp right here. This purple ramp goes around and comes back down. You can get it there. You can pop it back over to this side. Do like this, and then whoops, wrong button. I'm still trying to get this magic pixel flip down. So 2.3 billion on Future World is still insane. It is nuts, man. Golly, it is absolutely insane. No matter how you slice it, that's just an amazing score, dude. I mean, how long did it take you to do that, honestly? How long did you actually play? Did you look at the play time at the end? It's just insane. It had to have been 40, 50 minutes, maybe longer. It's just insane. I love it, but man, oh man. None of these games would have made any money in real life. They just wouldn't. It's just the fact that you can get extra balls that easily and keep playing them, there's no way. Good thing they're digital, because $2 for, you know, an hour and a half worth of entertainment. That's not how pinball is supposed to work. What ball am I on? Am I on 3 already? So there's 1. Ah! See, it took a tilt immediately that time. I hit the nudge button in the opposite direction. I think it needs to go in the actual direction. But no, I was from the left side and it took a tilt that time. That's interesting. And that was the first time I did it.
Get ready for an unforgettable match. The crowd's buzzing.
Not sure, I had stuff to do. Kept pausing and coming back. Hour game time maybe? Oh, okay. Even still, I mean, like I said, an hour of playing any game is a lot. But we've seen Tomato Grass do that how many times now? He gets on there and he'll play like 4 hours, and like one game will last him a couple hours sometimes. So not totally out of the realm. Hell, I did it on E.T. I played E.T. forever once, and I was like, this is crazy. That was on my Flipper Friends stream, which I hardly ever go more than 2 hours. And I was not expecting that. Of course, E.T. being a Zen title is one of the ones towards the end. And I certainly did not expect to be playing that long. But have either one of you played this yet? Soccer Kings Deluxe, or is this your first chance seeing it? Have you played it on Steam or anywhere else? I have to ask. Stopped at 2, had to go to bed. Stepped on ball 2 and went to bed. Nice. Smart. It's a smart play. Come back refreshed. Come on. Outlays can be pretty tough on this one, actually. It's a real football. You can just barely hear that probably on camera. Let's try to get up to the upper playfield this time. Do. Whoop. Jeez.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's game time.
Chaotic! I've already had some really good games on this to get to number 1. Yeah, you did. It's a hell of a score, dude. Are you still at 255? Number 1? Pretty damn good score. I think my best is a 135. Come on. But yeah, I try to go too fast. Mad Ben keeps telling me, you gotta slow down. I'm like, I gotta slow down. He's absolutely right. Patience. Look at this crap. That wasn't my fault.
Soccer Kings in action.
Soccer Kings. So we're playing the soccer game first, and then we're gonna play the soccer game, and then we might come back to the soccer game. But we'll see.
I was really talented, I would use my toes for this soccer game, but I'm not that talented. And Yo Retro tonight, Chaotic, is going to be awful busy with all the games you got to talk about. Let's see, there's 6 games you got to talk about. You got. Did you talk about the Tomb? Well, you talked about the Tomb Raiders already, so we're done with those. You got the 2 Battletoads, or Battletoads and Killer Instinct, the rare games. And then you got to go back and you got to talk about 2 more soccer games. It's gonna be a busy show. So hope you had a little extra time. Five table reviews. Holy crap. What's the 5th one? Did I miss one? Or are you gonna talk about the Steam release? Maybe that's one, because I know you like that one. Hey, Chalada Love, Leon. Hey everybody. Everybody's getting in here eventually. Yeah, we're just playing. I'm already maxed out on multipliers, so. Trying to get up to this upper play field. How you do that is you knock down these 3 drop targets, and then you go into this this hole here. So now that it's open, we'll be able to throw it in there. Unless I miss it. Whoops. There we go. Drop it in here, and then you go up to the top. Dude here is going to throw it in. This one you just kind of pound away at. You really can't aim it. So I just keep smashing. Oh, I had an opportunity there for a second, I thought. There we go. Scores! So you get 3 million, and then when you come back and do it again, it seems to be 5 million. That's as many times as I've done it, so it's probably gonna go up and up and up. Which is cool. It gives you some incentive to go back up there. Not a ton of points, but you know, you're not gonna max out on it, so that's kind of cool. Like the last thing we want is people to just exploit it and just go up there every 5 seconds. You get 10 million, so that's gonna be a center post. So pretty good ball so far. Oof. This is what happens. I slow down a little bit. I'm actually pretty good. It's gonna be a long show for Chaotic. Yeah, it is. Future World 2. Yeah, you're right. You're right. 2 rare, 2 soccer tables. Lock back. Lock ball. Yep. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. We're gonna try to lock another one. There we go. Back it up here again. So this is lock 2. I don't know if there's an advantage to hitting the corners. Then when he throws it up there the second time, your flippers are dead, by the way, in case you didn't know. So it looks like, hey dude, keep going, but no, that's how they are. Oh. Okay. Slow down. Breathe. Breathe. Retro. Breathe. Oh. Mad Ben, you could be a pinball coach. See if that's a little better. There we go. So yeah, I think that was into ball 1. Also, I changed the room back to kind of how it was once upon a time, and I'm using a new camera. The camera that you are seeing from is actually a Nintendo Switch webcam. for the Switch 2. Decided to use that so that I can switch from this to my horizontal reviews. So if I needed to do this and show you the back glass, I can do it with a flip of a switch now. So I don't want to do them all three at once necessarily, but I could. So, but yeah. So that's a thing. It does wipe out the chat though, and actually the chat just came back. It's weird. I don't know why. It clears it out sometimes. I'm not sure why that is. But, alright, ball 2. Let's see if I can take down Chaotic. On air would be cool.
Incredible control. Bonus times 4. What a shot bumper bonus nets them 1 million points. Combo.
Oh, that wasn't good. Here I start talking shit and then I lose the ball. So there you go. You're welcome, Chaotic. You're welcome.
Pure talent here.
I like the music. It's pretty cool.
Bonus times 2.
Should have just let that dead flip, but. And I gotta be careful with this shot, this upper flipper on the right hand side, this one here.
Bonus times
So it can be a little dangerous. You have they have that capture ball there with the idea that you're gonna smack that dribble ball or that capture ball for the dribble bonus or whatever it is. But I will warn you, there's 2 posts right here. So if you're gonna miss this ball, if you're gonna miss this capture ball, you're gonna hit that post, it's gonna go straight down the middle. I've had it happen quite a few times already. The last Belmont, welcome to the stream, buddy. I don't know that I've seen you before, but welcome to the stream. What am I feeling so far? I'm liking this table. I didn't like it on the Steam version initially, but I have to say, playing it on the 4KP, the colors look good. The music and the sound effects go together in a nice kind of blend, and it's been pretty good. So yeah, I'm kind of digging it. That could have been a dead flip too.
kickback gate is opened.
So yeah. And this would be another really nice game on the HD or the Micro, I gotta say. These are games that I almost want to spend extra money on to have them on the HD for work events and parties and stuff, because it's just it'd be a good title for that. Oh god, I gotta be careful here.
Save bonus action. Pop bumpers for extra points.
Nope, that's what I was talking about. Everything kind of got a little out of hand there. So, sadly, that game ended in not a blaze of glory, just a ball of fire. So, but man, that was a good game going too. So, you can hear the crowd just going nuts. A 108, not too terrible, not great, but look at that first game, almost 90 million. If I could replicate that, then we're talking, man. That'd be a good one. But yeah, we fell kind of on our face on that one. All right, we'll do one more, and then we'll jump over
Thrills and intense competition on the
to
field.
Zen's Super Football. Some real football.
Brilliant play. Long kick. What a
Oof. Straight down the middle.
bonus active. Pop bumpers for extra points.
Multipliers are super easy to get. There's only the 2 rollovers, the Go rollovers, G and O, and you just have to flip them back and forth. So you get to 10 pretty easily, but you do get 10 million for getting them, I think is what it said. Let's see. Rollovers at the top. Yeah, multipliers. So you go through those 2 rollovers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 times. Every 10 times multiplier will give you 10 million. So you're going to get some points that way. But it's not like you're getting an extra ball every time. So just so you know, we already discovered how to get the second play field and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, that's that. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on rules. I don't want to drown you out with that. But show you the game, and then once you want to get into the nuance, you can certainly do that. I'm still trying to figure out what this save is here. There's these 3 lights right in the middle here, and I gotta figure that out. So there's these 3 targets, and then it says save. And you can't even read what these say. I don't remember what they say offhand. The center one is cup. I think this bottom one is live, and I don't know what that top one is. Chaotic, if you remember what those are offhand from the Steam version, let me know. I can't remember what they are. So that was a really short first ball, 16 million, but
Dribble bonus, showing off some serious footwork. Bonus times 2.
oof. Oh man,
Saved at the last second of the game.
that snake bite, it kind of post passed to myself and then killed me. So that's gonna hit a post. Really nice orbit there on a ramp, which is, it goes from a ramp to a rail, which is just pretty cool. I mean, this is a very repeatable shot, and then you can come over here and combo back the other side. Like, if you just did combos on this, I think you could do really well.
Triple combo.
Because there's some nice combo options here.
Start mode is lit. The match is heating up.
And then modes. I actually haven't talked about modes at all on this. So if I get a chance, and I get the ball to my right flipper, I'll actually try to take a shot at that mode. It's actually way over here. Magic Pixel's notorious for putting stupid start mode buttons way on the wrong side of the table, or like on a really difficult shot to get to them. I don't know why they do that, but I don't think they want you to do modes, I swear. But nah, see, it's going to be in the very tip of that right flipper to get it over to that start mode hole. Or we're just going to have to be like a weird carom to get over there.
Bonus times 3.
Ah, see, that's it's got to be later than that. So, doink. We'll just let this ball settle down a second. So it almost has to have momentum to be able to make that shot. Like, to get it from a standing stop like that, good luck.
Brilliant play.
So I want to make the shot here. Ah, see? I had it. Jeez. That's just how it goes, man. That's what I wish I could do with the combo shots all day. Yeah. I actually, some of those tables are really fun to do that. So when you can get a combo going, I know my initial impressions on Insect World, for example, were terrible because I hated doing those orbits back and forth. But when you get a rhythm going with those, there's some really good combo scoring opportunities there. It makes it really, really fun, actually. So, and Killer Instinct is kind of that way too. Now that I'm getting into Killer Instinct a little bit, you're starting to see that same type of thing. There's a lot of combo opportunities, and there's 2 safe options. You could do that really wide orbit shot on the right, and then do the, I think it's the medium punch orbit on the left, and you can kind of do those in tandem, and they both kind of hit and roll up the roll in the in lane, and then they come back down, and you can take the shot, and it goes around, comes around, and goes up the in lane, and you can do the other shot. So you can really get a flow going with those 2 shots on KI, and it's kind of fun. So anyway, we're not playing that, but definitely combos can be really fun a lot of times. And Super Sonic Deluxe, that one's going to drop here on Atgames soon. That's kind of the based on the Concorde for going to transatlantic flights and stuff like that. They basically turned it into a fighter game type of concept for their new theme, which is really cool. Even though it has a weird airplane on the playfield, but that has some awesome combos in that game. So I really can't wait to play that one. That one's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorites so far. So I cannot wait for that one to come out. Oh, that was a quick game, but that's okay. We will jump over to the Zen Super Football League next. That one has a totally different vibe to it. It's really, really cool. But first of all, what are your guys' thoughts on this? If you guys had to rate this, what are you guys thinking so far? Anybody who's played it, what do you think? Throw it in the chat. Give me a 0 to 10. Right now, I'm thinking this is... if I had to guess, I would say maybe an 8. I initially thought a 7-ish. Maybe even a little less. But yeah, I'm starting to dig it. It's kind of a cool game. And remember, I'm doing my reviews based in their own tiers. So this would be a rating based on Magic Pixel titles only. I don't generally like to match Magic Pixel tables against Zen tables directly because they don't really correlate physics-wise and stuff. So looks like you guys are on the 4KP and 4 tables behind the Steam Pack. Not sure if you're already on Supersonic, Magic Castle Clown, and the new one released today, Star got all deluxe tables. Yes, Jabba, I have been playing them on Steam. I bought all of them except for Clown Deluxe because it's weird and I don't like it. Star God is awesome. That one came out today, is fantastic. Supersonic, we talked about, that one's fantastic. Magic Castle is pretty cool. I think you guys are all going to be really excited, especially you guys with only HD tables. Those are really good tables. These new deluxe tables from 2025 have been really, really good. And I think it's really promising. And there's a lot more to come. So... that's my son calling. So we'll call him back afterwards. All right. So that's that. Let's jump over to Super Football League by Zen. This is apparently this game is 11 years old. I remember this one. This dropped on Steam, I want to say maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, on Pinball FX. It was just like, hey, we got this game for you. It's free if you get it in the next 48 hours, and you can keep it forever. It was super cheap. The story behind this game is that all these guys on the table are actually the developer team. So this table is done by Thomas Crofts, who just did Tomb Raider, Adventures of Lara. He also did Brother in Arms, My Little Pony, Garfield, Kong vs. Godzilla vs. Kong. He did a lot of good tables. A lot of my favorites are the ones that he did. So he did this one, so same type of thing as a lot of his tables. He has 2 flippers down here. He has a difficult crossing shot generally. This one has the upper playfield to represent the soccer match. This one actually has 2 additional flippers, so you have like these rescue flippers down here, which pretty much remain active for the most part. So you have a lot of opportunity to kick the ball back into the playfield, even if it goes out the outlands. Really, really cool. This table has a cool element that we've never seen on any table on the Atgames so far. You have achievements on this table. Not quite like you'd think. Like, you're not going to get a pop-up saying you hit the pop bumpers 40 times like you went on the Zachariah table, but over here on the far right, there's actually an achievement or like a trophy case here, and you actually get trophies for doing certain things. And so I won a game the other night. I have a pretty good score. And it actually gave me a trophy for that. So you can see it sitting on the shelf there. So you can really kind of see what people's progress are when you play this game, because it's actually got some cool stuff going on. So definitely gonna get it. You gotta do it, man. Rocket Magnet. I know some of these, especially some of the Magic Pixel tables, at $8, it's getting to be a little pricey, and they're not all gonna be good. You figure, right? But we're most of us are completionists. We have to have all the tables anyway. But any word on what is coming to Atgames original tables on the release schedule that they're... You know, Leon, I've been trying to speculate that too. Chaotic, you mentioned that it might have originally been a Nintendo license that kind of fell through. So who knows what they're going to do with that. We haven't heard much from it. Natural History 4, I'm on board. Those have all been fantastic. More rare? Good question. So if you remember about 8 months ago, they put out a release that said, it kind of laid out what Natural History Pack 2 and 3 were going to be, and they talked about the rare packs that were coming to the arcade system, where they had RC Pro-Am, and they had obviously Killer Instinct, Battletoads, those types of games. And then they showed that the pinball releases were actually coming out, the 3 that we got, Sea of Thieves, Battletoads, and Killer Instinct. My speculation is that maybe they were going to release something like an RC Pro-Am as a pinball machine. I thought would have been a really cool theme. And there was some other titles in there. I can't remember off the top of my head what they were. I'm just trying to think. Solar Jetman, was that one of them? I think, maybe? Is that Rare? I'm not sure if that's Rare or not. I want to say it was something like that. But anyway, we'll get into this table. This table's a lot of fun. This one plays like an actual soccer game. And you think, how is that possible? Well, in this game, there's kind of a tug of war going on in the game where sometimes you have to defend and you have to hit soccer ball ramps where the other team's attacking you. And then if you're able to flip the field by hitting these launch attack buttons, or these in lanes, you get the ball to go over there and you can actually flip the field, and then you have the possession of the ball and you're actually attacking up the field. So then you have to start hitting attack lanes. So you got a crossing lane and a long ball lane. And in the meantime, you have to do your dribble and pass shots, and then the 1-2, 1-2 lanes, or ramps. So you're doing all of those things to try to keep it going. But one really cool feature about this thing is you set up multi-ball immediately on this table. There's a lock here for capture, there's a lock here, and there's a lock here. So you want to lock a ball in all 3 of those. Not to mention, the ball in this one is a soccer ball, not a pinball. So that's pretty cool. Natural History 4 wouldn't hurt my feelings. No, I'd be totally on board, man. So yes, you're going to set up those 3 extra balls, and then when you get up to the upper playfield and score a goal, you start a multi-ball goal celebration multi-ball. So all 4 of those soccer balls get kicked out, and then you're playing a multi-ball with that. And there's some really cool dynamics. You have jackpot shots here, 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 and here. And then you have 2 super jackpot shots here and here. So if you take care of your jackpot shots, then you open up the super jackpot shots. So if you can juggle a couple of soccer balls, then you can start taking jackpot shots, super jackpot shots. You shoot them at the goalie, get some goals, and then you have to clear out the jackpot shots again to do the multi-ball. So hopefully I get to show it. We'll see. This game takes forever to play, but it is a lot of fun. So launch the ball. There's a skill shot right here, so you kind of do like a 3/4 plunge. It's a little tricky to do. Yeah, it's more than that for sure. And then you can see, I've just locked a ball. So they're going to kick out another ball. So now I have a second ball to lock. So we're starting setting up a multi-ball right away. We've got 2 locked. I'll dead flip this one across, and then I'll try to take this shot. This one's a little trickier. So if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And this is a separate, I'm going to have to flip this ball back in, so I have to actually save the ball. That is my 3rd lock, so that's good. You'll notice on the back glass, I am the away team, because my score is on the right-hand side. If you notice on the DMD here. And meanwhile, the whole table's playing. They're actually attacking me right now. So now I have to hit these soccer shots because I was taking too long. So now I'm defending. You'll notice on the DMD it says defend lit lanes. So now I have to defend my position and try to get these lanes knocked out. I got 1 done. Otherwise, they'll score a goal on me, and we don't want that. And the cool thing is you have to play goalie too sometimes. So not only do they have to play goalie, but you actually get to control the goalie at some point too and defend shots. So very cool dynamic. So there it is. You got it. Oh, come on now. Can't believe I lost that. This is a very playable table. You're not gonna lose a lot of balls, to be honest. It's pretty controllable, pretty easy to keep it on the playfield. So. Still not enough. Oh,
Nice stop from the goalie.
Vaconi, you're a madman. That's my goalie.
They could lose the ball here if they're not careful.
Boink. All right, so now they have possession of the ball. So So I'm going to be defending again. That's 1. That's 2. Almost had it. Had to save the ball that time. Whoops. Oh! I thought that would dead flip. Not aggressive enough on that one. This game's gonna go quick. I'm terrible at soccer, so. You gotta wait for your dude to come down here. And if you're the home team or the away team, they actually change the jerseys, so that's a cool feature as well.
The referee awards a free kick. The opposition are looking like they will win the ball.
You could still do your digipasses and your net nudge pass and all that jazz. You could still do all that. All that stuff's still valid. Come on, I gotta hit the shot. I'm defending or trying to attack here, but.
Great free kick that's taken several opposition players out of play.
Okay, now I gotta hit an attack lane. See those lit up in the middle?
The way they're stroking the ball around the pitch is a joy to watch.
You miss a lot of shots in this one, so there we go. Now we're gonna get a chance to shoot at the goal. There we go, scored a goal. Now goal celebration multi-balls. All these will kick out. So now we have jackpots all over the place. We try to pick up as many as we can, and then we try to get into some super jackpots. Music is very catchy. Whoops, darn it, that's the one I wanted to save. Want to try to hold a couple on the right and hit with the ones on the left if I can, because that's where your super jackpot is. Oh, no! Not having very good luck. I did very well on my Switch stream of this the other night. Tuesday night, I was able to play this on Switch 2. And I had a really good multi-ball in there, so. And you notice the score is 1-1, so they actually scored on me at one point because I didn't defend very good, or I actually lost the ball. That's when they actually scored. So you want to win not only, you want to keep the game going, but you also want to score enough goals to win the game. So it's almost like getting to the wizard mode but failing, if you want to think of it that way.
They truly have mastered that skill.
And they do this too sometimes. When you're doing, when you hit 1-2-1-2, it'll actually give you a second ball. And they say it on the announcers like they're doing so well. It's like they have 2 balls on the field. It's like, well, I kind of do. See, and now that I've actually had the 2 balls, I actually was able to lock that one, but I still have one on the pitch. So. I know, I'm trying to use the soccer term pitch. It's a little weird to me. I was a football player, American football player.
Not the cleanest of challenges, but certainly effective.
So now they're going to attack me again.
That's all the action we'll see.
Alright, so that's halftime. So you notice the flippers died. They kick out all the extra balls that have been locked. And you have kind of a little intermission here. There's some gimmicks here on the halftime show. You can actually get an extra ball in the dugout sometimes, depending on some of the things that you've done during the first half of the game. And there's also these opportunities here where if a ball goes out the out lane, you notice there's a light super jackpot lit outside of here, on here. So if I was to get a ball that goes out here, I can kick it up and try to get it in there, and you can actually light super jackpots during halftime. It's pretty cool. Now I actually did it, but I don't think it's going to count because I already lost the other ball. No, I actually do have the super jackpot. So, oh, they died. I was going to say, they were there for a second. There was a little bit of a delay. You hit this dugout shot, and you start the second half. So now I'm going to have to start the... We'll do a kickoff like we do. 3 skill shots, awards an extra ball. That's right, Child Out of Love. Thanks for putting that in there. I wish I could hit 1, but it hasn't happened yet. That's a little too hard. Yeah, there's lots of cool ways to get extra balls in this. But that is the easiest one. Just three skill shots. Like, that seems pretty simple.
Oh, they've lost the ball in a dangerous, beautifully timed tackle.
So yeah, you can see this one. This is one game. I think that's the 3rd ball too. But this game takes a lot longer to play. But it has kind of a, like I said, that kind of a tug of war dynamic to it. So this game went really quick, and I lose, obviously. They're going to call the match. And we'll start again. That was a terrible example, but you get the idea. See if I can start hitting these skill shots. Get up there. Nope. Alright, we're going to do both sides apparently. It's a good start. Jeez. Ramps increase your status bar on the bottom right. Fills yellow and then red, and then you get a chance for the goal. Failing to shoot ramps long enough to go to the bar to go down when you take the ball. Yeah, if you want I did a, thanks for that, by the way, Leon. I actually, when I did my Switch 2 video, I actually showed the table guide from Zen, so if you're interested in that, it's there. So if the written rules don't help... Oh, no. Good, golly, man. Very sloppy in possession. There's an up kicker.
Well into a shooting position.
There we go. Scored a goal. But I see I didn't have any balls locked, so there's no multi-ball celebration because I didn't have any locked. So you want to try to make sure to lock those extra balls before you start your goals. That was a pretty early goal, though, so I'm kind of surprised that happened. But this is a free kick, so if I can get it up there...
Great free kick. It's taken several opposition players out of play.
Get up there.
He's made a bit of space for the shot.
Oh, come on now. That was a good opportunity too, man. Gotta have that. So I removed a target, so that's one of the awards out of the capture here.
Safety first defending.
The more you can take out targets from the top, the easier it is to score goals. It's plain and simple. So yeah, in between these two games, they couldn't be any more different, could they? I mean, this one's very much more methodical, more technical, more soccer-like. Whereas the other one's just a good soccer game, or just a good pinball game. So, so different from one to another, and both awesome in different ways. If you have a soccer player in your house, they're gonna dig both of these. Why not? If they like pinball. But even if they didn't like pinball, somebody might actually like this just because it's a little more technical. Oh. And they're on the attack, so now they scored a goal on that. So I think I'm the away team. They're the home team, so they just scored a goal. Bummer. Whoops. Skill shot's harder than it looks, man. Chalada, I'm sure you got that dialed in already, but not me. I'll get it. I've had some good games on here. I think you're ahead of me, of course, but
They could lose the ball here if they're not careful.
of course I could.
They need to defend this attack from the opposition.
Kind of hoping that they get a chance to score on me, and then I get to play the goalie for a second. That'll be cool to show. Ah. Okay, there's one. Try to get the other one. Little digipass action. See if I can go up this orbit. Kick it out. Nope, it's not going to give me that because I locked it. Still missed it. I don't think I can do it a third time, so... Man, see, they scored a goal on that because I was defending, and it took me too long to flip the field. So, 2-2. Even though I had a pretty good lead, now I'm fighting to win. And of course, time's running out on the first half, so... Just missed it that time. Halftime snacks. Alright. I'm good with snacks.
And the referee blows his whistle for
Halftime. All right. And then you gotta be ready. Like I see halftime and I want to step away for a second and like nope, it kicks out 3 balls and you gotta be ready to go. Oh, that super jackpot goes away quick, but it was there for a second. So anyway, we'll start the second half. I don't know who this mascot is. It looks like a sheep or a something. I don't know what it is, but I thought it was gonna be the Zen Zebras, but apparently not. Well, that's too weak too. Man. All right, we gotta start scoring goals, man.
Looking to drive the team forward with this attack. It's so comfortable in possess good shooting opportunity here.
So now I got one up top and one at the bottom, but that one at the top is worth a lot more. So you keep changing your eyes from one to the other, and then you get screwed. It's so much better to have one on the field than 2, honestly, but. If you could get them juggled or get one to hold on a flipper, that would be cool. And you can do it. I did it on the Switch stream pretty well, actually. There we go. Scored a goal, and I was able to maintain the second ball. Ah, lost one right away, but it'll come back. Jeez, get up there. I swear I'm not scoring anything. There, I finally got one. That was close. Alright, now let's see if we can get one going. Alright, so now this is a situation you kind of want to get into. Try to shoot the super jackpot if you can. Juggle one to the other side. Ah! I lost the ball at the bottom though. So I got one, but So I got one super jackpot. And you do score the goal for that, so that's important for the actual game itself.
Oh, they've lost the ball in a dangerous... Oh, that's a perfectly timed tackle. They truly have mastered that skill.
Okay. I don't mind putting one over there. That's easy.
They could lose the work in midfielders, put them on the attack.
There we go.
Ball into the box.
So now that's a pretty good situation where I had a ball kind of locked at the bottom and shooting at the goal at the top. That actually worked out well, but missed the shot. Woof. So this one could be, like I said, this is a very technical game, but it's a lot more... it's kind of cool that it's planned out as well as it is. That's an easy goal. So now, hopefully, now I got an extra balls to deal with. God darn it. I was hoping it'd just leave me two, but... And the problem is this, if you're hitting your right flipper, you're blocking off the shot for the jackpot on the right-hand side here. Like, you have to take the shot with the right flipper not engaged. So it's like, man, oh man. Little nuances that are very nice, very cool to deal with. Ah, I cannot, I kept trying to hit it. Oh, terrible. So I have to make a choice now. Do I lock a ball or do I try to defend? Because right now I need to defend really badly. This shot here is very important. But I cannot seem to hit it. There we go. Now I can try to lock the other ball. I think I can backhand that. Yep, sure can. And then I got one more to lock over here. Whoops. Take the cross. Okay, lock that one up. I'm up 4-2, but we got a lot of play yet to go yet for the game. So.
He slipped away from his marker and started a promising attack.
Oops. There we go.
Puts it well into a shooting position.
I had a gap for a second there. Oh.
Organized, they'll have to work harder to break it down next time.
That's coming back, yeah. And just like a real soccer game, it could be really long and not a whole lot of action sometimes.
Good shooting opportunity.
Nice shot, Kovacs, however you want to say that. What a shot! Just inside the right post. As much as I like this game as a soccer game, it would have been even better as a hockey game. Make the exact same game. But yeah, make it hockey. Oh, I would have been in heaven. Oh, come on. I gotta get this ball off of the right flipper to be able to take that shot up the jackpots. Otherwise, you gotta do the crossing jackpot, which is a lot harder to hit. There, I hit it. Now it's too late. No, it ain't. So now I have a super jackpot opportunity. So we'll do this. Take that shot. Now I have to fight with it. Ah! Come on, get in there. No, that's gonna be a corner kick. So that comes back to the playfield. Take another jackpot and another super jackpot. Oh, come on. I'm up 5-2, so I don't really need the goal, but still want to try. Oh. Pretty cool. Alright.
Looking sloppy in possession.
Yeah, we are. Lock that one up. Now, they are attacking me because I just heard a ugh. Not, so now they're defending me, so I have to defend. Oops. Come on, it's not the shot I wanted. There we go. That's a defend. Yellow card, so that is my second nudge. You get a red card if you tilt, which is quite cool. Oh, and I looked away. My fault. God darn it. Ah. Come on, I want to win this game. I gotta stay alive long enough. So, the game's almost over, so I'm probably gonna win this game, but I just gotta stay alive. Alright, so that's it. I win the game full time, so I won 5-3. And it shows you on the back, on the DMD, who scored for the games. And then you go ahead and hit your start button. Trophy achieved. So I actually just gained a trophy. Goal of the day. Eliminate all targets before scoring a goal. So I got a trophy for that. So that's cool.
This is certainly one of the
And then now we start game 2.
But if they're looking to win the league, it's a game they must win. They could lose the ball here if they're not careful. Lost possession of the ball.
Wow, see now, this time, this team's a lot better because look, I have 4 lanes to defend now. That's 2. I have 2 more to defend. Oh, shoot. Big save from the goalie, Vaconi. Vaconi, the goalie. I gotta hurry because they're gonna score on me. That's 1, and I just missed the crossing shot. So they just scored on me. Salabastro scored a goal. So it's going to get harder each game you play. There's up to 5 games. If you can play all 5, you can do like a golden goal wizard mode. See, they're already attacking me again. I got to clear. So I go up the soccer ball ramp here. That's a clear.
The defender was given far too much time. The team forward for this attack.
There, now I'm attacking. Nope. Okay. Ah. So second game is a lot harder than the first. As you're seeing, they attack you a lot more.
Looking sloppy in possession.
So you're defending a lot more than attacking. Oh, I think that's game. I never did get that extra ball for skill shots. So that was instructive. Hopefully it helps. But yeah, you gave the most instruction, Leon. So that's game. What do you think? Pretty crazy, right? But here we played. That's 112 million. I don't think that's my best score, but we played what 15 minutes. That was longer than that, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was longer than that. Maybe not. So, pretty cool. We'll go ahead and jump out. And let's jump over and we'll just take a look at the back glass real quick and just see where scores are at. So, let's see here. Ominous OC is 8th. That's cool. Real Creamer's 4th. Stop Nudging Me, 476 million on this game. Holy crap. So some really good scores up there. Skull Joe's up there at number 5. So that's pretty cool. Whoops. And I think I am my 112. Yeah, that was the best game I've ever played, believe it or not. 112. I thought I had more than that, but I guess not. That must have been on the Switch version. So yeah. I'm 12th. Pretty crazy. Chaotic, there's Chaotic at 41. The last Belmont, there you are, man. Awesome. I see you on here as well. All right, let's go back. We'll play another game of Soccer Kings Deluxe. We'll play a couple games of this, and we'll call it a stream. But, man, I appreciate everybody coming out. I hope you guys enjoyed these games. They kind of took me by surprise. I'm not being a soccer fan. You never know if you're going to like these or not. So, but hey, man. We'll jump back to the live stream. I know you all want to pay attention to me. No, you don't. I don't care. I personally don't need to be on camera, but it's a thing. So, hopefully the chat will come back shortly, and then we'll get into it here. See if I can get a good score on this now.
Soccer Kings in action. The teams are set. The fans are roaring. Let the game begin.
But man, could they be any two different games on the same topic? It's pretty wild. Two very different takes. Equally cool, I think. I think they both do a good job in very different ways. This is much more pinball-like, whereas the other one's a little more video game-ish, even though it has pinball elements. So, hey, pick what you like, or get them both. Can't go wrong. Come on now. A pinball purist would definitely want to play this, whereas the other one is just fun. So. Sound effects kit is a lot better on this one, but that's pretty. It's par for course. The sound effects kit sound exactly the same on every one of the Magic Pixel tables for the most part. There's no special sound effects, unfortunately. Sometimes the spinners can sound pretty cool, but a lot of times they don't really have a whole lot going on. Hopefully you heard that. Definitely remember to watch Yo Retro tonight. It's at 8 o'clock Eastern time, and they do a really good show. They got 5 different games they're going to be covering tonight. They cover a little bit across the industry, pinball, arcades, the whole bit. Between Chaotic BPR and half a dozen 6, they do a great job, so I'm definitely going to be there. If you're interested and want to check it out, jump in. So, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel and you like the content, drop me a like, give me a sub, and we'll see you next time. We do this all the time, so new releases, Flipper Friends, the whole bit, so just enjoy pinball. There we go, 3 million points. Got my ball save back, so that's good. Oh, darn it, that one. I'm gonna figure this out. So, Leon, if you happen to know that, I don't know if you do or not, but it's some real football. Woo. Oh, come on. You can see I'm losing it, man. I'm losing it. This is my favorite of the tables I really stink at. It happens, man. There's a lot. I have games like that too, man. I get a lot of games like that. Look at that was a terrible game. 35 million.
And we're live.
Oh my
Get ready
goodness.
For an unforgettable match.
I cannot stand Homeworld, but I'm really good at it. And then there's games that I really like Deep Ocean, and I'm terrible at it. Like I'm okay, but man, I would love to be amazing at that game. I think last night on the micro, I was playing the micro last night. It was like the first time I think I'd gotten to the second mission on Deep Ocean. It's crazy. Like you do 6-skill shark, where you keep going to the rollovers. You get 1 million in 10 seconds added every single time. You have to do that like 6 or 7 times, 8 times or something like that. You can actually get to the second mode, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! Like it actually. I was starting to think maybe there's a bug there, because I was starting to think maybe I should ask around and see if anybody's actually got to the second mission, because I never do, and I play this game all the time. So, especially on the micro, I really like it on there. So, the natural history games just really play really, really well, and for only being 1080p, the HD micro, it's chef's kiss, man. I love that system. It's just, I got it on risers and everything else to make it playable, but it's such a fun table. Right? I just love that system. I thought about getting an HD again just to put it side by side with this one, but I'm like, I already have all those tables anyway. They're on here. I don't really need it. It'd just be overkill. So at least the micro gives me the same ecosystem, and it gives me the opportunity to take it places with me and do stuff with it. So I could take it on a. I've taken it on vacation before, actually. Taken the legs off. Took it on a vacation where we met up with some other families, and we were on the beach. And when they'd come in from the beach, you'd rinse off, and then they'd play pinball inside for hours. You know, it's a lot of fun. Give them something to do. So that provides a different. A totally different thing. I'm obviously not going to pack up a 4KP in a van and take it to Delaware with me. So, but a micro pinball, that's pretty easy and a lot of fun. So I just got my ball save again. Something to think about with these rollovers is that they are separate. So the run on the left and the cut on the right they don't intertwine. So you only control with the right flipper and the left flipper. You're controlling that side, so you can rotate them, but they don't like wrap around all of them. So, and I actually appreciate that because that's not a continuous word. So they could have just used the word soccer for something, but they didn't do that. Which is good. They've had some really stupid languages that they use, or like, for example, on Supersonic, there's a spot up here where it says jet flies. Like, they didn't know what to put. Like, they didn't know what to put for 7 letters for a jet. Like, they could have used any number of things, but I don't really like the Deep Ocean, but I have the high score. Go figure. Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about, Mad Men. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if it's... I love that table. You know what I would do? That was one of the tables that, when it first came out, I had a game where I was just gangbusters, and I think I was 4th overall. I was on the backlash forever on that table. Because, first of all, nobody liked it. And I loved it because I love the underwater theme. That's just really cool to me. So, I love anything underwater. Oh. In fact, Secrets of the Deep, the Zen table, if Secrets of the Deep came to the 4KP, I would be very happy. It was one of my favorite tables. It's just so good. Cha-la-la-la. If you're not a fan of it, the playfield is way too crowded. It is crowded. Pulled the trigger on getting the micro for $300. That's a good price, man. I got mine for $250 on Marketplace. I couldn't believe it. I drove 3 hours to go get it. I drove almost to Cincinnati from Detroit to get it, but it was worth every penny. $250. There it is. I threw it in the back of my car. I was super happy. $300 is a good price, man. Absolutely. Yep, I love that system, and it's so underrated. It does such a nice job, and it's super mobile. I wish it had some type of battery pack which technically I can do with my Ego batteries. I've done that before. I've taken my Ego battery. You can play right on the beach. Not that I would do that, but you could. Totally put it on a beach. Those flipper buttons would be a mess in like 10 minutes, but... But you could take it camping. Again, why would you take a pinball machine camping? But hey, you could do it. We're obsessed, right? You can do whatever you want. Priorities. Stay, thank you. Try to get the start mode, man. It's... Look at this. That almost stays on there. Oh, come on! Trying to get cute with it. It's alright. Last Belmont, you have a good score on this, man. 38. So keep it going, man. Keep it going. Climb that leaderboard. Are you new to the 4K? I don't know if I've seen you on the 4K very often. So did you just recently get a 4K? Have you had one? Just getting better? That's good to hear too. I'm with you, man. I keep getting better too, man. I learn a skill here or there, and Mad Ben's teaching me how to, I watch his gameplay, and I watch Tomato Grass, and these guys, how they do the nudge passing on the Magic Pixel tables, and that's still tough for me. I can do it on Zen all day long. Those are easy, but the nudge passes on the Magic Pixel, they're tough. A lot tougher. Bigger gap, obviously, so... And it's not intuitive to me yet. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me, but we'll get it. That ball just stopped dead for a second there. Now I get in the start mode. Oh, it's too late. I must have lost the ball. I thought I still had an option for that. See, now I can put it in there all day long. Doesn't that figure?
Kickback gate is opened. Ball save is activated.
Alright, we needed the ball save, so that's good that we got it.
Start mode is lit. The match is heating up.
Now start mode's lit again. Okay, good. Now I can fail to hit that shot for a while.
Extra points. Bonus times 4. Combo.
Yeah, I kind of dig the music in this. I hated it at first, but with the 4KP and the big sound effects, like it kind of works. Kick back, luckily. Oof. Backstage pass? Do they call it a backstage pass in soccer? Oh, come on, that was in there. Start mode's a tough shot to hit, man.
3 million points.
Chaotic, are you still here? If he's here, or anybody, Mad Ben, have you played this yet? Is anybody, what is your claim to fame on this game? Good scores, or what are people doing? Are you doing modes? Are you doing combos? Like, what are people actually doing? Curious what people are scoring the most. You can score a lot on bumpers on here too, but it's not like Secrets of Croft Manor. You can score a lot of points on bumpers on that game. I found that out the other night. Every time I went up to the bumpers, I was getting like between 3 and 5 million on bumpers the other night on Secrets of Croft Manor on VR. Couldn't believe it. Alright, here's where I'm supposed to breathe, Mad Ben would say. I get anxious because I'm like, there's nothing to do on the field except go for that start mode hole. Can't seem to hit it. There's no more multipliers to get. I should probably go up to the upper play field. Let's do that. We'll shoot these. Maybe I'll get lucky and get the start mode. Gotta breathe.
Triple bonus. A quick display of counter 5 million reward combo.
Jeez. Get in there. There we go.
The crowd's loving this match. Pass those ramps 8 times to fuel the energy.
All right, 8 times for ramps. That's a lot. No. Luckily, I had a ball save.
Marches on.
There's a very repeatable shot. This ramp is super repeatable. If you hit the inside one, you're screwed. But if you can hit the outside one every time, you can keep doing it. Come on. 83 seconds. Plenty of time. I love that they gave us more time on the Magic Pixel tables. They really... Jeez. Still haven't played this one yet. Gotta be combos or multi-ball for these games. Yeah, I haven't been in a multi-ball for this. Not on here. I did it on Steam, but I haven't done it on the 4KP yet, so... We'll see. Alright guys, well I think that's going to be it. I think that's... My game is telling me that I suck. 127 is my best, or that was my number 2 score so far. Thanks for coming out. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Soccer, more soccer. What a week, huh? What a week. Make sure to check out Yo Retro later on, and if you haven't already liked and subscribed to this channel, please do so. It does a lot to help the channel, and we're going to continue to pump out reviews, gameplays, and impressions, things like that, and even some more instructional videos. I got a lot of those to do yet too, so thank you so much for stopping by, and we will see you on the next time.